Hey, welcome to One Word Suggestion. I'm your host, Aaron Thompson, and this week's word is success.
For inspiration, can I please get a one-word suggestion?
One word suggestion.
One word suggestion.
One word suggestion.
Welcome to the podcast. For those of you who don't already know, every week I take one word suggested by you and use it as a leaping off point to explore the benefits of improv as they relate to life on and off the stage. This week's word, success, was suggested by Emma. No matter what stage of life you're in, it's easy to feel unsuccessful. You don't have to look far to find someone who drives a fancier car, owns their home instead of rents, has more friends, has more followers, has more fame, has helped more people, has better hair, better boobs, better shoes, takes more holidays, whatever. And while those things are all nice things, it's important to remember that none of them need to define you, and that only you can define what success is for you. If you already know all this, then awesome, own that shit. But if you're still struggling, then you owe it to yourself to do some deep digging and figure it out. It might be being a good dad, or selling your startup, or living off the grid, or owning a tangerine-colored 1967 Porsche 911 with factory sunroof and Fuchs 7R wheels. Someday. The point is, it's entirely up to you. Sometimes we get caught up in the trappings of success, only to realize later in life that those things didn't really define it for us at all. I remember back when the movie The Secret was all the rage, I made a mood board of all the things at the time that I thought would make me feel successful. And one of the things on it was a Panerai wristwatch. Now, I loved this watch, and I swore I'd get one someday. And then, one day, many years later, I realized that if I really wanted it, I could actually just go get one. And that's when I realized that every watch I'd ever owned before I'd broken or lost, that I had a perfectly good time teller on my phone, and that the Panerai was really so big and heavy it made me walk funny. I didn't really want the watch. I wanted the opportunity to have the watch. I wanted the choice. And once I realized that, everything on that old mood board came off, except the Porsche. That's still on there. So how does all this relate to improv? Well, without getting too hippy-dippy on you, I believe the universe conspires for your success. And when things go wrong, that's the world's way of letting you know you have something you need to learn still before you can get what you want. And I believe that when you're on stage, audiences conspire for your success. They're rooting for you, not against you. They want you to be awesome and entertain them. And as long as everyone on stage with you is present, aware, and understands the rule of the game you're playing and is committed to supporting each other, well, you're going to succeed. And in business, it's similar, but maybe not quite as simple, even if all those things do still apply. In the professional world, the stakes are higher, jobs and livelihoods are on the line. But just like on the stage where a good show is the result of good training, so is good business. And the skills you learn at LMA, either in one of our school classes or corporate training workshops, will help set you up for success, no matter how you define it. As for my definition, it's always evolving. But at the core, it has to do with how many people's lives and businesses I can positively impact and improve. And maybe whether or not I can drive a sweet 1967 Porsche on my way to do it. So that's my take on success. Thanks for the great suggestion, Emma. If you want to suggest a word for next week or add your perspective, please drop me a note in the comments, or better yet, write a review and include your word there. I'm making one of these every week, so please do subscribe, like, share, and all that stuff. And in the meantime, if you're interested in improv for personal growth, professional achievement, or just for fun, my suggestion is to get yourself into an improv class or book a corporate training workshop for your team. You can learn all about LMA's programs at www.lma.training. Thanks for listening. One Word Suggestion is brought to you by LMA Professional Development. Please visit us at www.lma.training for more info.